So now what's an air cast?
It's like a boot, except it's just two little plastic-like things.
Mm-hmm.
And you take like one of those things you buy at the store, like this, and you put it around it.
Oh, so it just kind of gives support?
Yeah, it like puts a little bit of pressure and support.
Oh, wow. But today you went with nothing?
I went with no crutches. The doctor's probably going to end up yelling at me tomorrow.
Well, you don't have to tell them, maybe.
Oh, she'll know, because it's like swells when I walk on it.
Oh. So when you get home, you need to get it up. Put some ice on it.
That's what I do.
Yeah, put some ice on that. Oh, boy, yeah. My dad has something, called gout. You ever heard of that?
I've heard my grandma say something about that before.
Yeah. And my dad has it in his foot right now. His foot is just, it's so huge, and it's a terrible pain. It wakes him up at night. It's that painful. But he can't even get his flip-flop on. I mean, it's that, yeah, I would imagine.
I could not get anything on this foot the second day or today.
I bet you can't.
This feels like it's going to explode.
Yeah, you need to try to keep it up. Maybe when you come in here, we'll put a chair up and you just prop your foot up on it. Yeah. So how are things going? Any changes? Everything the same? Any good gossip?
Not much good. Me and my grandma, I was looking on Facebook and I saw this dog. The owner didn't want the dog, so he kind of abused it, and a criminal was at a store and the dog tried to save it. The dude slit the dog's throat and cut an ear off. Thankfully, the cops did save it though. Me and my grandma, we started crying. But at home one day, I was on the phone with one of my friends. She heard the yelling in the background and she was like, "Are they going at it again?" I'm like, "Yep." So I walk in the garage just to get away from it. He opens the garage door and starts yelling at me for trying to get away from the fighting.
How's it going with your brother? Have they been pretty calm, your grandpa and your brother? Or? Nah,
They keep going at it like every day over a simple thing. He just wanted chocolate milk. He had been sick on the previous day, and he wanted to drink some chocolate milk because my dad had said it was okay. My grandpa and him decided to go at it. I walk away. I go to my room. I shut the door just to get away from the noise. He goes in there. He tries to open it. He can't open it, so he decides he wants to try and break it. I'm like, oh. I don't understand him very much.
Now how are him and your grandma getting along?
She just she had went to work with him one day, and she was complaining about a toe pain, and he wouldn't even look at it. She called me in the kitchen while she was cooking dinner. Me and my dad, we were sitting down watching The Walking Dead. We're on, his friend got us a few seasons. We're on season 4 now, and it is just so interesting. My grandma.
Awesome. I love The Walking Dead.
My grandma, she tried to get into it with us, and she just can't seem to like it.
Got my Daryl earrings on today. That's not her thing, huh?
And she likes Daryl. She just doesn't quite like, I guess, what's going on.
Oh. Yeah. There's even a lot of students here that when we talk about it, they're like, "Oh my God, that show's so stupid."
I love that show.
I'm like, huh. And I just can't see how you could possibly think that, but that's because we like it. So. Not everybody likes the same thing. Well, your grandma likes Daryl, so at least we got her at least on that part.
Yeah.
Poor thing. Your dad likes it too, huh?
And he loves it. Every day when he gets home, he's like, "All right, let's go." He's gotten so many new movies. He got us Divergent and stuff, and he's like, "All right, let's go." I'm like, "What? Are we gonna watch those now?" He's like, "No, let's finish The Walking Dead first." And I just started laughing.
Yeah, I haven't watched Divergent. I wanted to make sure I finished reading the book before I watch it, but I saw it came on TV, and I'm like, no, and I'm wanting to see it, and I'm trying to hold back because I want to watch it with you guys, but I know lots of the kids have already seen it, and I'm afraid they're going to ruin it for me, so I keep telling them to shut up.
I haven't seen it. My brother has. Him in a group of friends. I think it was him, some girls, and some guys. I'm not sure. I never pay attention to his group. They're weirdest people.
Really? Not everybody's as perfect as us. We just have to accept that.
They try and get along with me. It's just too much.
Yeah. But they're a little bit younger too, aren't they?
I mean, by a little bit, yeah.
Oh, I guess not much though, huh?
Some of them are 13, 14. He's only, I think he turned 13 already.
Oh. How's your mom doing? You heard from her lately?
She didn't even try and contact us on her birthday. Seven's birthday's coming up, and we're waiting to see if she calls. We highly doubt she is, though.
Maybe she's wanting you guys to call her, you think?
She hasn't
She's
said
not
anything
really.
about that. She usually, if she wants to talk to us, she'll contact us on Facebook
Oh, okay.
and say, hey, can you call me at da-da-da-da. She doesn't have her phone anymore.
Okay, I see. So you kind of have to wait for her to make the first move so you know
Yeah.
how to contact her. Well, yeah, then I guess that poses an issue.
Usually she'll call my dad or my stepdad, and she'll try and make plans with them. She was doing so well Christmas that she told me she wanted to hang out with me on my birthday. And nothing. No happy birthday, no nothing. I'm like, okay.
And you haven't really seen her since then?
The last time I can remember actually seeing her normal was Halloween when she was around my dad.
You say normal. What do you mean?
Like, she seemed down to earth, not
okay.
nothing. It was just amazing. She was like a real mother for a few hours. And we sat there and we talked, and I told her about my boyfriend. At the time we weren't dating, and I told her how I liked him. And she was like, oh, is he dating anybody? I'm like, yeah. At the time, he was dating one of my best friends, then she broke up with him, and this whole drama broke out, and I was like, we were talking, and she was like, you know what, I don't care if he ends up asking you out, just say yes, be nice, I know you like him, and I'm like, are you sure? I don't want this to ruin our friendship. And she's like, I'm positive.
Oh, well. That's good, because a lot of times that causes a lot of drama.
And we're still like best friends.
Well, that's good then. And you're still dating him?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been, 5 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My grandma was amazed. She's like, are you
So
sure?
that's a long time in teenage time,
Oh, yeah.
you know? Because normally it's like, what, a week, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
You know. So 5 months, that's a long time.
Yeah.
So you haven't heard from her at all, so you don't even know if she's working or...
She's not able to keep a job
She's
anyway.
not gonna keep a job. You think she's still with the boyfriend?
Yeah, I think she's still with her group of druggies.
And where does she live? I mean, how does she... You don't know. Yeah,
All I know is she travels on a bike with her boyfriend and her puppy.
Oh,
I feel so bad for the dog, though.
yeah, I was thinking, poor puppy.
That dog is always... She's got this weird little thing, and she has that puppy in there, and it's like... I feel so bad for that poor thing.
So even when you see her, it's not like you can go to her house and stay the night or anything like that.
No, we were supposed to be able to do that after Seven's birthday. She was supposed to take a drug test, and if she passed, we were able to go over there and spend every other weekend with her. But she hasn't attempted to contact us or anything, so she kind of ruined that for her. So,
And how does that make you feel?
it's like I want to have her back in my life, but she can't act like a real mother. So, it's just hard.
It's very tough. I can't imagine. I know. I have a friend of mine, such a long story, but she's dating a guy whom I went to school with. So I've known this person for a long time. Not that they've really been in my life, but recently I just found out that he has a 9-year-old, and this is something you couldn't relate to. And apparently, the 9-year-old lives with his grandfather because the mom has lost all her rights and is not even allowed around him until, unless it's supervised. And then the judge also, because the father went away to jail and said that once he got out, if he could hold a job for 6 months and be in a stable place, that he could come back, and then they would probably, give him back custody of his kid. Well, now I was asking my friend, I'm like, well, how long has he been out now? She goes, over a year.
Wow.
And he still doesn't have a driver's license. And it doesn't make him a bad person, by no means, but I thought to myself, and again, who suffers?
Yeah.
So you're not alone. I mean, this happens
I know.
every
Some
single
of my friends,
day.
my best friend Caitlin, I
Mhm.
call her Katie. She's like a sister to me. She lives with like her godmother and father, and they let her come over to my house. They live like across the street, so she'll come over there and we'll hang out. And she goes to school closer. She's in a lower grade,
Mm-hmm.
so, but she's my age though.
Yeah.
But it's just been so hard on her. She doesn't have anybody to look up to or talk to.
Mm-mm.
And her godparents, they don't even pay attention to her. She could literally walk out the house and stay at my house
Really?
for a whole year and they wouldn't even notice.
Wow. Yeah. See, you at least are in a situation where you've got your dad.
Yeah.
You're close with your grandma.
Yeah.
You know, so
definitely.
really when you look at it, sometimes you're in a better boat. I'm not saying it's a fantastic ship,
No,
but I'm saying
no.
it's a better boat than what a lot of people have.
Yeah. My poor friend, if she didn't have anybody in the neighborhood, she'd be out in the woods in the treehouse we built together.
That's a shame. But let me ask you, I gotta change gears for a minute. The other day, it was brought to my attention, are you having an argument or did something happen in chorus the other day with you? With somebody about an assigned seat or something?
Oh, yeah, what's her face? I was sitting and just talking to my friend,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden she just starts yelling at me. It wasn't even time to go to our seats yet. I was just sitting there talking to her, and she starts yelling at me because she wanted to sit next to her friend. And there was an open seat right next to her, and there really aren't assigned seats in that class.
Uh-huh.
So I was just sitting there because she helps me out.
Mm-hmm.
When I have my crutches, she'll carry my backpack to class and stuff. And she starts yelling at me, and I just sit there.
Did you keep your cool or did you say something?
And I did pretty well.
Well, and I only heard a little bit, but I didn't listen to the whole thing. They were trying to tell me there was assigned seats. And I
There's
thought,
not really assigned
because
seats
I
in that
can't
class.
imagine that would be the case with you, because I don't really see, if you knew there were assigned seats, I'm like, so I didn't say anything. I said, oh, let it go, blah, 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 blah. But that's why I thought I'd ask you, because I was wondering what. Did she say anything inappropriate or anything
She just kept saying, oh, that's my seat, da 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 da, and you need to move, your seat's over there. I'm like, I asked her, she said, well, can you move? I said, can you stop yelling in my ear? And she said no, and I said, well, then okay, there's your answer.
Yeah, and I know that person can be a little bit of drama at times, so.
Oh my gosh, the teacher asked her to simply bring me a piece of paper, and she says, no.
Really?
Yes.
And that's Miss Norville, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. Otherwise, do you normally have problems with her?
No, I kind of try and
Just-
avoid her.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured, because normally you're pretty good about keeping to yourself and trying to stay out of stuff. There's a lot that goes on here.
Oh yeah. First of all, there's this girl, you probably know her, Haley Kennedy. She'll go into the bathroom and she knows who's dating who, and she'll try and separate them so she can get to the guy, because she's just so jealous of everybody's relationship. And right now, she's targeting me and my boyfriend. She keeps, whenever I go in the bathroom, I'll see on the wall Haley Kennedy in a relationship with John Baranti. I'm like, excuse me?
And she writes that stuff?
Yeah, she does it to everybody. Like, there's Sean. When Alexis was dating Sean, there was them. Then there's when Natalie was dating Mark. She wrote that on the wall.
Yeah, I don't know her. I mean, I've heard the name, but I don't know who she is.
She drives everybody crazy. She keeps saying how she gets raped by these random people and she's pregnant. Her most recent
Probably
story
not
is a
something
dog.
I don't.
Yeah, she likes to say she got raped by a dog, and we just look at her like she's insane.
It sounds like she's got a few other things to worry about than writing on the wall, doesn't she?
Yeah,
And she hasn't gotten caught doing that? Has anybody?
Nobody knows it's her. We all know because she
okay.
puts her name there, but
nobody's seen her to prove it's her, and of course she would probably say it wasn't her.
yeah, even though it's her handwriting
Mm-hmm.
and it's her name spelled right, and we just can't prove it was her because we have no proof.
Yeah. How about your situation with Seth? How's that going?
He's treating me better, I guess. When we're in Miss Calderon's class, he's the only person I really trust in that class. Everybody else is just so mean to me in that class. And when we go, he won't take my backpack when I have my crutches, so Miss Calderon will make a fit about that. It don't bother me. I could carry my backpack. And I'll ask him to go in there and get the teacher for the key to the elevator. And he'll just go, "You do it." And I'll go, I can't open the door.
Who else is in that room?
There's Victor, Sean, Alexis.
Watson? Oh boy.
Hassani, Kayam. Kayam actually isn't that bad.
Oh, that's a rough class, isn't it? What mod is that?
That is 6. I got her after you, so 6.
Okay, 6. Yeah, because you need 4. Oh Lord. Is there any nice girls in there?
The only girls that are in there are Alexis, Vita, and what's her face? I don't remember the one girl. She's the skinniest girl.
Oh.
She's one of those skinny girls. The other girls are just
Kind of quiet.
they're all.
Well, between these two right here, well, not so much this one, but this one right here is really intimidating.
Vita isn't that bad.
No.
But Alexis, she just.
I have her, but this one here I don't even know what to say about that. You know,
I don't know.
that's a rough class. But he's being decent, huh?
For once, yeah.
Decent, okay. I don't really have too many problems with him.
Now.
Yeah, not too much. Would you mind if I said something to him? I mean, or would you prefer me not to?
You can.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't say anything that's help told me. Not like that. Nothing like that. I wouldn't say that. Okay. That way, maybe if we can get him on our team a little bit, then that at least might be able to make that class a little bit easier for you. So, I don't know. Because Seth and I normally get along pretty well. I don't have too many problems with Seth.
Yeah, it's those days where he just doesn't want to do anything and he's just can get really annoying.
And then your other one from chorus, I also know her. I think. Okay.
I wouldn't be able to say her name. All I know is what she looks like.
Yeah. I know. I have her 6th mod, as a matter of fact. When you're in this class, yes. So I'll just bring it up. I won't. I would never say that you. I mean, there are things sometimes. I mean, like if you were saying that you could hurt yourself, something like that, you know, I'd have to say something. But this right here is something that we can. Yeah, we'll keep this between ourselves. Sometimes you have to just learn how to say the right thing and bribe. No, bribery always works. Candy. I'll talk about that. What about grades? Now, where are you at? You feel like did you end the 9 weeks kind of decent, or you think it's going to be?
I feel like I did better than I used to.
Okay.
And at the other schools, I wasn't all that good because they wouldn't help me the way you guys do. They had me in huge classrooms where everybody would just annoy me, so it was harder for me to concentrate.
And when you're in class with these?
It's hard, but I can manage. I sit in the very back. It just seems to be easier if I sit in the back because everybody seems to leave me alone.
How did you do with Mr. Jordan? Did you get stuff turned in for him? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have maybe a B in his
Oh,
class.
nice. Okay.
B or C, I don't remember which one.
Okay. So that was, science was good. Okay. What about Miss Hughes? How'd that end up? Not too bad.
Yeah, I think the grade popped up better when I turned in the packet, when I had ISS.
Sure. Good. Okay. So that was probably better. What else? And you have Miss Calderon for history or civics?
Yeah.
Okay. And how was that?
It's like that class, it's between a B and an A.
Oh, my gosh. Well,
It always goes between B's and A's.
Okay. And PE? Oh, do you have PE right
No,
now?
I don't
Yeah, I was
have
gonna
that.
say, you don't have PE right now. That's right.
I have drama.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. How you doing with that one?
Well, Seth's in there, Hannah's in there. Hannah's not a problem. She's like, we've been friends since
Hannah.
Simmons.
Okay. I have her also. Okay.
Yeah, me and her talk about you a lot. She
Okay.
loves you.
Does she?
Yes.
That's funny. I have to get on her sometimes because I'm like, are you here with us, Hannah?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's just her.
Yeah. She made a joke one day, and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed because I didn't know she was funny like that.
She's
she's
really good
not
at
like
that.
that. So when I said something to a student, and she had a comeback, and it was so good. I sat in my chair and I laughed till my cheeks hurt. It was so funny.
Yeah, she's really good at that.
The drama though, how's that?
I'm probably failing because of the projects, because I haven't been able to do it because I came into her class so late, and she said I'm probably going to be failing this 9 week because of how late I went in there.
Okay, because they moved you into that one?
Mhm.
Okay, where were you at before that?
I think I was in. I don't even know what class that was.
Did you have
didn't
art?
do anything. I think that's what it was.
Okay. So that one, yuck. That's a yucky one.
Right. She said doing the play will boost our grades up.
And then who do you have for? Oh, you have Miss Baggerin for language arts, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think about that. How you doing in that class? That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably B, you think?
Probably B or C.
Okay.
One, two.
Okay, so not bad. What else? Science, math, history, drama.
Let's see, I got this.
What am I not thinking?
Let's see, drama, science, chorus, language arts, reading, civics, and math.
Oh, yeah, chorus and me. Okay, well,
Yeah,
I know for
you.
me, I'm not worried about me. In chorus, what's your grade like in math?
It's probably an A.
Okay, so fine. So really your grades are fine. We just got to work on the drama one.
Yeah.
But then this next 9 weeks will help lift that.
Yeah.
So that should work out okay.
It's really funny. In drama, when we're practicing, she'll have us watch people. She'll have me and our partner, and Hannah, she always wants to watch Mark's. And unfortunately for me, you'll never guess who's working with Mark.
Natalie.
No.
Oh, no.
Seth.
Oh.
No, that's a different Mark.
Oh, okay. Different Mark. Okay.
He's a lot.
A bigger guy.
Yeah, he's.
I don't think I know him.
I can't pronounce how. He's got Mark. It's something, but.
And he's partners with him.
Yeah. It's really funny to watch them do their play, because their play is about two guys that are talking, and it's about a girl and a guy that has a crush, and the best friend's trying to convince the other guy to ask the other girl out. In mine and Hannah's play, it's just two girls in the neighborhood. One is the new girl, Katie, and I can't remember who's Hannah.
So, okay, so we got grades are good. I'm going to talk with a couple people. Try to be a little kinder. Then Grandma, I didn't even ask you that. How's she healing?
She's using her walker more, and she wants to start walking up and down the street with me. And I said, okay, as long as you're up to it.
Oh gosh, between the both of you with your foot and her walker, I was going to say she needs to hold on to you, but
I can do that.
You almost need a walker too, don't you?
Yeah.
You guys just need to get one with wheels and a motor and just go down the road. Oh my God.
It's a lot of fun to work with her. Me and her will get in the kitchen. She'll have her wheelchair and she'll say, here, take my walker and sit here. And I'm like, okay. And we'll sit there cooking dinner.
Oh.
It's a lot of fun.
That's nice that you have that though. I mean, it stinks the way things are, but at least you have her.
Yeah.
And you find some humor with that. And you guys laugh. And there's things, can you normally talk with her pretty openly about things?
Yeah, I tell her everything.
Yeah, so.
It's like if I have to go shopping for certain things, I'll talk to her. She'll convince Grandpa to take us to go shopping and we'll go get that stuff and we'll
go
come back.
Get things you need.
Yeah.
Because that's tough because, those are not things that you like to discuss with your dad. I can remember, oh God. I was at Palm Bay High School, ninth grade. And it's a rough day.
Ugh.
Okay, so I call my mom. Mom, I need you to bring me some stuff and a change of clothes. I need some jeans or something. And she's like, I can't do it. I'm at work. I can't leave. I'm like, Mom, I'll call your dad. Oh. Okay, well, next thing you know, I'm sitting outside on the steps at the high school, okay? Because not like you could go walk around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there, next thing you know, my dad pulls up. I walk up, I open the door. He lifts up this little brown bag. Here, thanks. That was it. No words were spoken because it was just uncomfortable for both of us. And I will never forget that. I'm like, Mom. But she couldn't leave. You know, but yeah, so at least you have her to discuss the female
At
things.
the time when we were out and my grandma was in rehab, I had to talk to my dad and I needed new bras. And I was like, Daddy, we need to go shopping for some stuff. And he's like, what kind of stuff?
And you're like, really, you don't need to know. Because you know as soon as you say it, then he's like, oh, never mind, okay. You know, because they don't want to hear it either.
Usually when I say that, he thinks of the other things.
Yes.
But sometimes I just go, Daddy, it's not for that. It's for a little higher, but yeah. He's like, all right, let's go. We'll leave your brother.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me anymore. Yeah, it's funny. Because I see that with my stepdaughter, my husband, because I keep trying to explain to him, she's getting older and it's coming, and she doesn't even want to say the word bra in front of him. And she'll tell me, but you know, her and I aren't real close. Not that, you know, that's just not our relationship, but she's, so like the other day he was mad at her and wanted the room, she had the door locked and he got mad. And then she told me, yeah, it didn't turn out good. And then later on when I talked with her about it, she said, well, I was putting on my bra. And I said, I know you don't want to say that, but probably when he's banging on the door, you probably should say, hey, Dad, I'll be out in 1 second, I'm putting on my bra. Or if he asks you, why can't you open the door?
My dad
I said, because then
thing.
he would completely back off. Because men, normally, that's just an uncomfortable thing.
Yeah, my dad will do that. I'm getting ready for bed. He's knocking on the door because I left something out in the living room maybe. I'll go, hang on, I'm just getting dressed. And he's like, can't you open the door? I'm like, not really. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Just come out and clean up your stuff.
Oh, God, that's funny. Yeah, so, you know, at least you have Grandma for the girl things, you know? Yeah, not everybody has that.
Yeah, she doesn't get some of the hints I throw at her sometimes.
Yeah,
and then my dad will come in and she's like, Mom, she's talking about, I'm like, he's right there. My brother will usually be in that room like,
oh, that's even worse.
Yes, I'm like, thanks.
You almost feel like you have to start passing notes, you know?
Yes, I do
Talking
sometimes.
code or something.
It's just so weird because my brother, he'll just go mouth off to the world. She'll go, oh, Sana, and I'm like, shut up. He'll tell his friends, he'll tell my friends, he'll tell my boyfriend. I'm like, I really just want to slap you.
Oh, no. That's funny. Now what about, okay, so outside of things, these few things we were talking about, is there anything you feel like I can help you with?
Not much. I get along with school a lot better now that I avoid people. But I got new medication.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have no idea how this is I'm gonna act with it. They say it's like one pill for ADHD and bipolar, and I'm just a little nervous about it because I don't know what it's gonna do.
Have you started taking that one yet?
No, I'm sticking with the 2 pills I have now, and I'm gonna try it over spring break, and I'm gonna see how I react and
How you
what side
feel.
effects I get. Yeah.
And it's one pill that does for both, huh? Oh, I'll be interested in hearing about that. You'll have to tell me what that's like. I didn't know.
I didn't even know
something
either.
like that. I mean, if that works, that would be great.
It would be amazing just to like
You
not
almost
take-
wonder, would it help one more than the other?
Probably.
But I don't
if
know.
it did, I'm hoping it helps the bipolar more than the ADHD. Because I'm getting pretty well with the ADHD, but the bipolar, I still just need a lot of help keeping calm.
And that might be something you always need. On the other hand, maybe not. I don't know enough about that. I know some people who showed no signs of it, and then as they got older, really
That's what
had
my brother,
issues.
when he was younger, he just would flip out. He'd start hitting and biting things, and now that he's older, he's a lot calmer, but he still has it.
Yeah.
And we're just like,
Now, when you don't take it, how do you feel?
when I don't take it, I just feel like 1 second I could just be sitting down watching TV with my dad, and we'll be laughing. The next thing I know, Dalton could walk in the room and just push something, and I'll just look at him and start yelling, and I calm down, and I go, I'm sorry. I'll start apologizing to him, and he just,
Interesting. Yeah, you know, and I mean, I don't know. That'd be something, yeah, I'm really interested to see how that works. So we'll have to, I'll keep up with you on this, and I'll let you know what happens with this and what's said. And again, you know, I'd say it in a way that they don't know that we were really talking about them. But grades, your grades are really fine. Just got to work on that one.
yeah, I'm doing
And
a lot better.
home-wise, you have your grandma for your female lean-on person.
Sometimes,
You know,
my dad
I know
will
it's
just,
tough.
oh, what's she talking about? And I'm like, oh,
So you'll just have to let me know if there's anything you feel like I could help you with, whether it's here or I think at home. There's just saying, I think you deal with things pretty well. You know, I think that you're learning the older you get that sometimes you just have to roll with it.
I do what my
Yeah.
grandma does sometimes. When they're just
Yeah.
yelling, I just sit there.
And sometimes that's the best thing to do. As long as you can keep yourself, try not to let it get to you and ruin your day or your mood.
Every once in a while, when me and my dad will be in an argument, it's just so hard on me because it's me and my dad.
Absolutely.
And I'm close to my dad than I am to anybody at the house.
And that hurts when you argue with them, I'm sure.
Yeah, sometimes
But
we'll just snap at each other and we'll go at it and we'll just yell and yell and then we'll separate and then we'll come back and apologize and hug and make
And you know
up.
what though? My mom and I did the same thing. So don't think that's abnormal. My mom and I would argue. That was my best friend. And then 5 minutes later, we're like, what do you want to eat?
Right, yeah.
You know, and you're not going to get along with everybody. People we love, at some point we get tired of them. Even if you spent the whole weekend with your best friend, by the end of the weekend, you're ready for a break.
One summer
You know?
I spent the whole summer with her and she's like, the school had just started and she's like, over the weekend, hey, you want to come over? And I'm like, I have plans.
Yeah, I'm good. I can
He's
understand
like,
that.
okay.
Yeah. So, but don't get uptight or upset when that happens because that's pretty normal. Not everything that goes on is normal, but guess what?
Yeah, I know.
That's okay. And as long as you try to always be careful, I always tell people, make sure you watch what you say. Because sometimes when you say things and you know what I'm talking about, you don't get to take the words back. Even when you don't mean them. I remember things that were said from when I was young, and I know they don't mean anything, but you don't forget them.
I remember the first thing, I remember when I could talk to my mom and I actually understood what she was doing. I remember calling her a female dog.
Oh.
And she just looked at me and she
And how old
went.
were you?
I think it was 9.
Well, we'll continue this because I'm going to keep up with you on what happens here. All right, baby? I'll see you later. You have a wonderful rest of the day. And we have